It's funny how taking a step back and changing perspective can completely redefine everything and breathe new life into creativity. Hi there, and welcome to this brand new devlog series where I will be covering the journey of creating and releasing my first large-scale video game project, Sanctity, an Arcanepunk Action RPG. And I bet at least one of you is wondering what I meant when I was talking about perspective a second ago, so let's start there. I've been working on Sanctity as a solo developer since November 2023, so the last 4 months. And in that time, I got the core mechanics built to an admittedly buggy state, created the first level of the game, and built the first boss fight. At that point in time, I was also lucky enough to come to an arrangement whereby, when I can get the funding for it, the incredible Hiroki Kikuta would compose the theme song for the project. Kikuta-san is famous for the likes of Indivisible, Soul Calibur 5, Kudelka, and Secret of Mana. That was when I launched the Kickstarter campaign for the project, which at the time of recording is still ongoing. That first level, along with some action blocks that I turned into time trial challenges, was released to the public and streamed on Twitch by friends of mine as a little kind of demo alongside the Kickstarter campaign. Everything was going really well. Until it wasn't. Interest in the Kickstarter died down almost immediately within the first couple of days. And I was trying to work out what I'd done wrong with it. That took a little bit of time to figure out, but now I know. I rushed into it way too early. The demo, whilst playable, was buggy to no end, to the point where I was making it explicitly clear that it was a pre-alpha demo and even apologising to streamers in their chat about the bugs. That, in and of itself, should have told me it was too early. But then, whilst discussing it with the community I did have around the game so far, I realised that I was also pushing the game in a direction that I personally wasn't ready for as a developer. It was buggy because I was not ready to make a fully 3D explorable world as an action RPG by myself. In short, I wasn't ready to make Nier Automata solo. So I discussed the project with the community more. I ran some tests on it on the systems that I already had in place, and finally decided to change perspective. Literally. Sanctity has gone from a third-person action RPG to a 2.5D action RPG. This simple change in camera perspective has already led to a massive boost in productivity, especially for the development of levels, as I only have one viewer perspective to worry about for the majority of the levels. It's also led to me creating platformer-style traps and environmental hazards, and even made the idea of a bullet hell boss fight system more feasible, as the fights can be designed around a single plane of gameplay area instead of trying to make them work in a full 3D environment. And the best thing about all of this? When I first was getting the core functionality of Sanctity coded up, I did it using a 2D perspective and then made it work in 3D. So everything that I already have and everything I've already put together works in 2.5D anyway. So I've not even lost that much time in terms of development. Realistically, the time lost is just the level design time that I spent trying to make the first level for the buggy demo that I put out work as well as it could. The back-end elements, all completely transferable. So where does that leave Sanctity at the moment? Well, as I said, the Kickstarter is still active. It's about 39% funded. The game itself has been fully switched to 2.5D, and that opening level that I made for the demo has already been transitioned into the first area of the new world layout, with improvements to the overall functionality and, I guess, cost of running that level. The first boss I originally made has been repurposed into a mini-boss at the end of that section, introducing the basic bullet hell mechanics to the player. And what I've deemed the second boss, although that's only because she comes after that mini-boss I just mentioned, is about 75% finished in terms of the core functionality. On top of that, I personally feel more invigorated with the project, and so, whether the Kickstarter succeeds or not, development of Sanctity will push on, and I'll keep making these devlog videos, streaming the development both on Twitch, and I'm going to be streaming on YouTube as well. And if the Kickstarter does fail, then maybe I'll try it again when the game is in a better and more polished state. So yeah, the future's looking exciting. And hey, if you're interested in following the development of Sanctity, hit that subscribe button so you can catch the next devlog, as well as any of the random shorts that I put up showing different pieces of the development. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.